Okay, so good evening, everyone. It's lovely, very lovely to have you all here. And this is Florinda Sini, Head of Career Services here at Rome Business School. And I hope you had a pleasant trip to our venue this afternoon. So, along with my team, Career Services, we are responsible for creating positive professional impact, both in the occupational and entrepreneurial world. So I'd say let's start by giving a heartfelt round of applause to the Career Services team who helped us organize this event this morning. Thank you. Okay, so as you know, here in Career Services, we have two big programs which support our students every year. Today, this is a culminating event for our RAS for Entrepreneurship program, which lasts 12 months. So I'd like to take advantage of this presentation to present to you the numbers and achievements of 2021. So let's please give a round of applause to the beating heart of this program, which definitely are our students. Thank you. So through their hard work, they generated more than 78 entrepreneurial projects, which is a very, very high number. And today we're very proud to present the selection of 6 incubating projects. But all of this was due to the hard work of one person who I would like to thank in particular. It is our rising star within the entrepreneurial training world, Susanna Ercolani. Please, a round of applauses. I was actually shocked to find out after a year we worked together that Susanna is only 26 years old, making her one of the youngest managers today in Italy. So again, I can't thank you enough for what you've done and for the energy and light that you've given and to the support that you've given to the people behind the 78 projects, Susanna. And also, Susanna was able to put together a number of investors, stakeholders who will definitely help our projects to thrive even further and supported the jury members who are here today. So thank you for your hard work. Another data which is particularly interesting to me is the fact that we had a 59% rate of participants coming from female young women, okay? And this is particularly important as we're approaching the 8th of March. Okay, let's not only focus what the government is telling us, let's create more babies, more females. No, let's support women by providing tangible professional careers. And this is a little bit of what we do here in Rome Business School. Okay, if you walk around our corridors, you might find a lot of young women who cover responsible positions. And I would like to remind you all about our general manager, who unfortunately could not be here today, Maria Marcos Molina. I would like to thank you on behalf of everybody for creating a very fertile ground for us to do it today. So another applause for our general manager, please. Okay, and then of course we have our Stella Polare, as we say here in Italy, the ultimate source of entrepreneurial inspiration, the founder of Rome Business School, Dean Antonio Gusa. I would like to leave the floor and screen to you today. But first, to sum up all the numbers that I've given you, they mean one thing: we are here to drive change. This is a thriving ground for us all to do it. So let's give ourselves today a round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Florinda. I don't know if you can hear me and see me well. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. And sorry for not being physically there due to the pandemic that has blocked me, but at least the technology enables us to interact online. So let me also thank, obviously, Florinda and Susanna that have led this project, Rome Business School for Entrepreneurship, along with our partners, Opino 3, Gifoni Innovation Hub, and all the members of the selection board, the faculty members, the staff and managers at the Rome Business School. So I would like to seize the opportunity of this introduction to share with you some information regarding the project itself and the context where Rome Business School for Entrepreneurship is placed. So I don't know, Susanna, Florinda, if you're sharing my slides, okay, so that I can show you some information about this context, the institutional context of the Rome Business School. So what I want to say is that this project takes place within the most international business school of Italy. It's a business school that I started in 2011, but since 3 years, we are members of an international group, which is Planeta De Agostini Group, that has obviously enhanced the international exposure of our business school because it encompasses other 22 projects, universities and business schools from many countries of the world. So we are members of a larger community that currently serves about 100,000 students all over the world. And as to the Rome Business School specifically, we have now on a yearly basis about 1,500 students. And the characteristic that I was mentioning is that we are very international, the most international business school in Italy. First of all, because our students come from over 150 countries, but not only that, also our faculty is very international. And our team members come from very many countries, very diverse community at the school. And we think that it's a source of value for us all. We deliver our programs both on campus in Rome, where some of you are today, our new campus in Prati, 2,500 square meters, but we also utilize since the beginning of our activities the online methodology to serve students in any area, any corner of the world. What is very important for us is to have a real impact on the life of our students, of our community. That's why we have several corporate partners, academic partners, and we are particularly committed in creating an impact from a career perspective. So Florinda was mentioning that. I'm very proud to say that our placement rate is at about 98%. So it's very high, and thanks to thousands of offers, job offers that we offer to our students on a daily basis. So the next slide, you will see very briefly an overview, if you can go ahead, Florinda or Susanna, yes, of our programs. I will not spend too many words about it, but just to say that we cover most of the topics related to business and management, from the traditional ones like business administration, marketing and sales, human resources management, or finance, but also more innovative activities related to artificial intelligence, new technology, medicine, e-health, and so on. And we offer these programs in various formulas. As you can see, we have full-time masters, specialized masters, professional masters, and executive programs, so to serve all the possible needs and characteristics and profiles of students. What I want to highlight particularly, in the next slide, please, is the fact that our educational effort is based on 4 main pillars. One is the internationality that I already mentioned. So the fact that both our students our team, our faculty is very diverse, and that we offer a lot of international opportunities to our students, because we give them the opportunity to study abroad for a while. For example, in Barcelona or in Paris. We also bring them to the United States, to the Silicon Valley, to have additional international exposure. The second pillar is the professional impact. So we want to ensure that on completion of their masters at the Rome Business School, students have either their first entrance in the job market element, or like we're doing with Rome Business School for Entrepreneurship, they can start their company and make it grow with us. The third pillar is the true link with companies. So we want to have a real impact. We want to ensure that our didactic activity is really useful, practical. So we want to be very well connected to the corporate environment. So we've also created a corporate advisory board with over 80 companies, Italian, international, that support us in the creation of programs that are at the state of the art in education. And the fourth, probably the most important, is the source of all, the idea of having a higher purpose. Our motto, our mission is better managers for a better world, because we want to do so. Our students, first of all, become better managers or better entrepreneurs in terms of being better for their competencies, their skills, their professional profile, but also for a better world. Because we think that a business school, an educational institution, should try to make the world a little bit better, so a little bit more prosperous, just, and today even more peaceful and united for everyone. So we try to give to our didactic activity a flavor and approach of social responsibility, so to teach our students that creating value for others is the real way to create a great business or a great managerial career. Next one, please. So to conclude and summarize this vision, the project that we are in some way celebrating today with the pitch days of our startups represent the, in some way, the will that the Rome Business School has to contribute and to have a positive impact on the world, in the society, also by supporting the creation and development of startups. Why? Because startups, as we all know, create in turn an incredible impact on the society. First of all, they generate innovation. Startups, by definition, create new solutions for problems, so they are a change agent by themselves, so they create new solutions, creativity in the world. Startups are also the source of the majority of new jobs that are created in the world. So we want to also contribute to the employment of additional people on the world through our startups, the startups that are created and incubated at the Rome Business School. Startups also create new competitive dynamics. They are in some way a boost for doing so that all the system, all the sector, all the industries can serve their customers better, so they accelerate a positive competition. They are a source of improvement for all the players of an industry. And obviously they have a positive impact in the society due to all these activities and characteristics, so innovation, change, and competitive dynamics. Last but not least, the fact that new startups can be created can create additional knowledge and have a positive impact on research and development, also because startups by nature have to create new solutions, and so they invest in this activity. So we're very pleased as Rome Business School to give our small but hopefully important and valuable contribution on the world. Thanks also to Rome Business School for Entrepreneurship and to the startups that we are in some way supporting. So I want to thank once again you all for your support to the project. I want to congratulate the students that have arrived to this point. And now I want to leave the floor to Susanna that will give us more details about this pitch day. Thank you very much, and thank you once again to you all.
Okay, Thanks, Antonio, and thanks, Florinda, for being with us. Thanks, everybody, for being here. It is my turn. I'm Susanna Arcolai, and I've been in charge of this program. So I'm the ones that involved you in all these. So I'm very grateful for you to be with us today. I have a set of slides that I want to share as well. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So I have a set of slides just explaining. We want to explain a little bit what we created, what the incubation program was about, just to give you a little bit of context, and then passing the stage to the teams that today we are all here for you. So it will be your turn very soon. So no, I won't. Okay, so just to start, when we started planning this incubation program, we asked what should be in an incubation program. I mean, what was the aim, what we wanted it to be about. So we started thinking, and the first thing, the first thing that we found out we wanted to leverage on and to give really importance was people. And actually, I personally think that innovation starts with people. And today we are here to greet people pitches. So I'm very proud of the people that will be coming here on stage and presenting their idea. They have been working a lot. We have been supporting them. And I'm very proud of what they achieved in these 6 months. Then we thought that our program had to be global. As Antonio said, the Rome Business School is one of the an international business school, and we saw it. You will listen, and we will travel through all the globe today to listen to different pitches from Africa to Asia, and we have 3 teams with us on campus. So global, and what we teach to our team. That is something that I learned, is that startups have to be global from day one. And this is what they are doing today. And the other thing is that we aimed at was the connection. And today, having some representatives from different institutions here, it means that we have created connection. It is one of our main value. This is what we wanted. Without connection, without an ecosystem, startups can't really grow. So this is what we are also trying to do. And lastly, what I think that all teams have in common today is that is the vision for a better world. That is not only the slogan of Rome Business School, but is what you will see. I mean, we are. With our program, we are incubating projects from different industries from all around the globe. But what I think it's really the common thing is that they are trying to shape this world for a better world. So you're going to listen to 6 different projects from 6 different industries. This is the order, but we will have them coming on stage one by one. But before presenting them, I want also to share a little bit of the path that they have been doing. So first of all, one of our main values was really learning by doing, because this is what startups do. This is they have been shaping their projects based on the market, and they have been learning each day what was the best direction to take. And of course, we have supported them in the best way possible, and we have tried to once again to create connection with the ecosystem. And today is one day to really straighten that connection. What we have been doing is we divided all the incubation program in 3 different steps. So they have been having training hours with Venture Lab. have been having the connection with the ecosystem. There is something I'm really highlighting through roundtables. I can see some of you coming here today, and I'm really happy. And I know that there's somebody from the online following us too. They have been coming into roundtables and sharing their experience. They have been like startup founders, entrepreneurs who came and really shared their story. And lastly, of course, startups need a guidance. So we had a team of mentors that supported them. So we started 6 months ago. We did a need assessment, first of all, just to understand the status of each team. And then we went to a very long process, a long path through our roundtables and venture lab and mentorship. And we started they started validating their problem, and they tried to find the right customer. And they actually, I will not spoiler, but they have been changing a lot. Like I can remember like the first time that I saw them, and today they will come on stage and tell you like they are very different. They have the idea they are presenting are very different from when they started. So I'd like to thank everybody and thanks the contributors of our program, because I think it is the real fuel that we are using to accelerate the growth of their ideas. So each and every people that is here today and that has taken part of this program has really helped them grow. So I'd really like to thank you. So I'm okay with my part. I will now pass the stage with them. But thank you. Before this, I want to have a round of our jury member, and I want to remind you also the evaluation criteria. We are letting all the people here vote, and basically the evaluation criteria that we will follow to evaluate our teams are team. So again, people, innovation. So how innovative the solution that they're bringing into the market is. The business sustainability. So they've been looking for the best business model for a sustainable one. And of course, impact is one of our main goals. So this will be another evaluation criteria, and you will see how they will pitch. So you will also vote their presentation. It will be 5 minutes speech, 5 minutes Q&A. The Q&A will be guided mostly by the evaluation committee, which I'd invite on stage. So we're here with on campus 3 of our evaluation committee member, and we're having the other one online. So I just want you to, if you want to come on stage and say, leave a motivational message. So look at Isaura if you want to come on stage. We are also having Simona Sinesi and Andrea Petrini.
Thanks again. I'm very honored to be a part of this project, because I do believe that entrepreneurship is about people, about dreams, about energy that we put together to believe that we can change the world. So I live in a little country, a little town in the south of Italy, in Gifoni, where I founded my company. It was born on a very famous festival, the Gifoni Film Festival. But since the first moment, I was with my companion, my friends, believing together that to create something special. So we started 6 years ago, and we met a lot of other partners and friends like Rome Business School, and I always thanks Antonio for having me here. And I hope that you, the new entrepreneur, will follow your dreams, because if you believe in your identity, and you know that you can change things if you put all your energy in this. And Rome Business School, I think it's one of the best places in Italy that you have to live in this wonderful country, to have all the creativity that I think is the new status symbol that we can use in this project. So thanks again, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Luca. Simona Sinesi is with us as well. So
thank you. I'm very honored and thrilled to be here. I mean, it's amazing to see such a lot of people here during this tough time. And I think those times requires new leadership. And you guys have the power to change the world right now. I mean, the impact is in your hands, so we rely on you. So good luck to everybody. Thank you again for organizing such a big and bold initiative in startups here in Rome.
Thank you, Simona. We are also having Andrea Pietrini.
Everybody, thank you for. I'm very happy to be here. Of course, I've been dealing with the startups since 19 years. So I mean, I'm very happy because I've been many things in my life, and at the end, I established my own company because my own startup because your group is a startup. So I'm also on the other side of the fence. So I also, if I'm 54, I have all the enthusiasm of you, of course. So good luck. I'll be happy to see you and to judge your projects.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, around also from the online one, I can see an India, Marco and Antonio. Whoever wants to start, just to leave a motivational message to our team.
I can go if you want, everybody.
Hi,
Can you hear me
Marco.
well?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm Marco Rosci. I'm the CEO of Epical School. I don't know if you know it. It's a training and a recruiting company specialized in tech industry. So basically, the mission is just the same as Rome Business School. It's basically change people's life by giving them a future-proof and a solid opportunity. I'm super happy to be here because I've been one of the first Rome Business School students in the 2013, Antonio, I don't remember anymore. And then I contribute to the Rome Business School growth for 7 years as the head of marketing. But most important, Rome Business School contribute to my growth, either as a student and then as a professional, and basically changed my life. So leading me to the professional and personal realization that I'm living now. So again, I decided to make education my life's vocation because I want education to change people's life exactly as education changed mine. So that's why I'm here. I'm super proud of you guys, over the week. Great job, and this is my way to give back. So good luck. Looking forward to hearing your speech. Thanks everybody for being here.
Thank you, Marco. I can see Carmen as well. Hi, Carmen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon. Buonasera, Business School community. I'm Carmen, Customer Experience Manager in Planeta Group. I'm very proud to participate in the pitch day. I would like to give you, for the project, some advices. You should will be good and honest in your project. And you don't work on immediate rewards. The startups have a long-term version. Also, I believe so the current context is an opportunity from the entrepreneur and all the project of Rome Business School. Congratulations on getting here, and I wish you the best.
Everyone. India. Sorry, I have a cold. And so I founded Nero Ventures, boutique fund investing in technology. So we have a in Spain and then another in Singapore. In the pandemic, I launched another company. It's an industry to manufacture bioplastics with cooperation between Germany and Spain. Right as we speak, the factory is being see crisis or entrepreneurs don't stop for crisis. I would say congratulations on reaching today. Till now, you have listened to Sana, I think it's brilliant to explain to Antonio and your other advisors. The only thing I say now, all your benchmarks should be done by the market. So stop listening to advisors and start listening to the market. The more you listen to the market, the better you will become. So keep your eyes open and good luck.
Great. Thank you, Anindya. Francesco?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you. It's an honor to be here again. I'm thrilled to know the improvement of the projects from the beginning of this incubation program, despite everything, outside RBS and this program. I want to congratulate my personal special thanks to Susanna and overall to every people of RBS, and special thanks to Antonio. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for your energy, guys. Rock your pitch. Thank you.
Rock your pitch. Thank you. Antonio, do you want to add?
No, very, very briefly. So I agree with what Carmen was saying. So startup should have a long-term vision, and having been also a startupper, I want to say that in my experience, there were two main factors that I recommend to maybe adopt. One is the focus on the customer. So the idea of really serving others, creating value for others should be our guiding star. And starting from this, there are no limits, but the focus is how to help others. And the second aspect is persistence and believing in what you are doing, because there will be many obstacles, difficulties, but if you believe in yourself and you work hard day and night, like Marco is doing now with this activity, there are no limits to what you can achieve. So best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all, the jury. So I guess we are ready to start. Just wanted to highlight that today there will be one final winner. You all arrived till here, and it's been like 6 months, 6 amazing months of program. There will be one winner that the jury will select that will continue with other 5 weeks with us. It will be very short acceleration program, just to focus and really focus on what you need for these 5 weeks, and we will support you in a customized way. So having that said, I will then start calling the first startup. Okay, so we're having Valeria Iacampo from Show Up. We are starting from an entertainment startup. So please, on stage, Valeria. We are going to have a slide. How are you, Valeria? Are you ready?
Yes, thank you. You hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So whenever you want, we will make that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can also see the timer here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
When I want, you can start.
I can start then. Hello, everybody. I'm pleased to present you who we are. Show Up, a video production company, and much more. My name is Valeria. I'm a producer and actor. When I finished my acting studies in 2010, I had a problem. I struggled to find a job. And I kept asking to myself, how can I get the chance to be seen by the right people? Like me, in Italy, every year, there are more than 30,000 actors who need to stand out in order to work. So detecting these actors' need, we realized that actually standing out is not just an actor's problem. Also, other professionals, companies, corporates, startups need to stand out in order to get jobs, clients, customers, users. So what's the solution to this problem? We are Show up. We make professional, personalized videos for you and your business everywhere. Videos are responsible for 80% of all internet traffic, increased sales, conversion, and engagement rates. 62% of consumers watch product review videos before making a purchase, and 84% of consumers were convinced to buy a product or service after watching a brand's video. So how does Show Up work? We make your video strategy just for you. We write the script down, we produce the video, we film it, edit it, and deliver it to you, no matter where you are. Indeed, you can find us everywhere. We are creating a large community of more than 200 video makers, and we are planning our online platform to expand to the rest of Europe and possibly worldwide. How does the platform work? Easy. You enter the platform, you complete the form, you get a match, you book your video maker. So the revenue, we have got 3 revenue models. We make videos ourselves, we are video makers. Each video costs between 500 and up to 10K of euros. We commission videos to other video makers. We are an agency, so taking an agency fee, and the platform will simplify the booking process. In 2021, the global video ads has accelerated in the last years. The market has 90% of them confirmed that video has a direct positive impact on sales. So it's a big market. We have got many competitors. For our high quality service, indeed, we can offer something unique that no one else offers. An acting coach and public speaking service, not just for actors, but also for businessmen and women who need to show up in front of the camera. The team. Nicola Caso is our video maker #1. He has got experience with the best broadcasting European companies as Endemol and Ben & J. I'm Valeria Campo. I've got more than 10 years of experience in performing arts. I'm a producer, an acting coach, and I work for the Stand By Me TV production. Alessandro Iacampo is our high-tech engineer. He's an app developer and a senior consultant. We are fast. We started the incubation program in September. We launched our social networks. We validated of course, we validated the market before. We changed because of market. We developed the website, and finally, in January, we got our first clients, 4 of them. We are going to shoot their videos in the next months. Today, we are making partnerships with communication agencies and acting schools. By April, we want to buy the equipment. By August, we are going to shoot 8 videos. By September, we are going to develop the platform. This is a little recap for you in our way, so I can breathe. For making all of this possible, we are looking for fundings. We need to raise 100 euros for covering the initial costs of this promising business. Thank you very much. These are my contact details. I would love to have a chat with you later with my partner, Nicola Caso, who is here. Thank you.
Great, Valeria. Thanks for your pitch. Thanks for your presentation. So it will be now time to start with the Q&A. It will be 5 minutes of Q&A for you as well as for the other teams. So I'll invite the jury members. If they have questions for you, then we can start. Okay.
Congratulations for this project, because I know I work in this field, so I know a lot of the competitors. And one of my question is how do you distinguish from the others? Because you just explained that, but how do you use actors? Are you thinking about a training process for new actors involving companies? What is your strategy, and what is your niche in this very huge market that you showed us?
So we noticed that often videos work not because of the videos, but because of the actors, the way how they act. So we think that acting coach is really, really important. The way how we proceed in delivering our service is working a month before with the actors, like one time per week. We get in touch with them, we work on the script with them, and we help them to conquer the best result, working on the characters that they have to play.
Okay, another question. I know that nowadays video is something that everyone can do, even with small devices, not only with the professional cameras. So how are you working on these issues? Because I know a lot of young creators, they go and propose themselves as agencies.
Yeah.
So how are you competing with?
Yeah,
these,
actually, and that's the problem. I mean, we deliver a high quality service, and we want to make the difference between what you can do by yourself that has one kind of direction to another one. We are artists, first of all. We want to deliver art, and we want to tell a story. So for telling a story, you need to know how to do it. We are professionals, and it's true. Everybody can make a video, but not everybody can make a good optimum video.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
One question.
Can I?
I have a question about the dedication of the team on the project. How much are you dedicating to the project?
Well, it was almost a full time, honestly, in the last months. So a lot. And as soon as we start with more equipment, we'll get as much as possible into it. We want to make it our full time.
But at this stage, how much are you dedicating to that?
I can say between a part time and a full time. It's like, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. So even from the online, I guess, and India, maybe you had a question? Yeah.
Yes.
Go for it.
You know what I liked about your presentation, Valerie, is you said we are artists selling the art of storytelling. Yes. So the art of storytelling doesn't only restrict to actors. So you mentioned a phrase called public speaking, right? So here is Marco in the jury, and he knows Salvatore knows, and Francesco knows when you have to present the company in front of investors, you have a great opportunity to, if you're a good storyteller, you're a great opportunity. So do you want to spread it to other lines which you can actually do online? So it would be great to know that part.
Yes. Exactly. We think that not just the actors today need to know how to speak in front of the camera, because society has changed. Now everybody is online, actually, but it's the same thing. Not everybody know how to speak in front of the other people, and we studied for that. I mean, I studied for that. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we might.
Your market might be much bigger if you expand to all other entrepreneurs and business people who have to do public speaking and storytelling. So even a company budget presentation in a way is storytelling, right? To focus on artists, but also to expand heavily on public speaking. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, we might have a last second for a last question, if there is somebody from the audience. Otherwise, we can skip to the next project. Okay, let's move. So thank you, Valeria.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are now actually traveling worldwide to Africa. It was the timer, I guess. So we are calling on stage Emanuela. She's going to present us a project in e-health. She's from Rwanda, so we are moving in Africa. So Emanuela, whenever you want, you can turn on your camera.
Hello, Susanna.
How are you?
Good.
Great.
Hello.
So you can
I would like
start.
to ask you if Habat, my colleague, can also join on the stage so that he can share the screen.
Okay, so is Hubert?
Yes.
Yeah, so Hubert, you will be, you can turn on your camera and mic. So just 1 second. So these are like hybrid events. So it will be issue from our new normal. So whenever Hubert, okay, we can see you. Hi, Hubert. So you can start sharing the screen. Okay, I see the rest. Okay, you can only share the screen.
Okay, you can.
Be sure you have only one microphone open.
Mention about Jacob. We've been here for a couple of years now. We've worked with them in setting up the
Okay, Emanuela, go to the first slide. Okay, whenever you want, we will make the timer start.
Okay. Okay. I can start. I'm ready.
Okay, great. Let's start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emanuela Nduano, and I'm here with Habat Irafasha, my co-founder and CTO. We are happy to present to you Etop project. Etop was created to make communication easy for everyone. My cousin Grady is a hearing and speaking impaired person with an IT background. Last year in January, we had a meeting where he wanted to present to me different projects he was working on. And it hurt me to see him coming with a sign language translator to make our discussion smooth. Here there is a young lady called Janet of 26 years old. She's competing to be Miss Rwanda 2022. And in her interview, she explained how hard it was to communicate with other people. And she said that for her to communicate with other people, she's using writings here that are being faced by Grace, Grady and Janet and other people. There is a problem of communication with other people, but also they face stigma that in the society where they live in, poor family can't afford the health services, neither pay for them, for their child a translator, a sign language translator. We came up with a solution, me and my team, where we are building a mobile application and a web platform to help us translate sign language into vocal and text message, but also to be able to translate the vocal message into sign language and the text and vocal. So we also have a place where you can study and have the skills of sign language. And also we have a spot where you can donate money to poor families that can't afford sign language translator for their kids, neither the service of Etop. So we have a big market where WHO reported 5% of the population worldwide are speaking and hearing impaired people. Where in Rwanda, we have our market value is 340 cheaper than translation, the traditional model that was there. The traditional model that was there. We will also rely on donation from individuals and apply for different funds. Our competitive advantage is that we are able to translate sign meet our team of young innovators that are enthusiasts and tech entrepreneurs that are looking forward to improve the life of their community they live in. Our progress during this month was simple. We managed to develop 50% of the product, company corporation. We validated our idea, we applied for the IP, and we managed to finalize the business model. Thank you. This is our contact. You can reach out to us.
Okay. Thank you, Manuela. Let's start with the Q&A session. So I will ask the jury if they have questions from the on-site or the online.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it, Marco.
All right. Hi, Manuela. Uber.
Hello. Doing good.
Hi. Hi, guys. Really great. Just a small feedback. Great idea. Great impact, which is more important. And the market is impressive. I don't know that. Consider that it's there are only a few competitors in this market, and I like the fact that technology once again is the solution, and in this case used for good. Fortunately, I love the team. Great guys, great energy. And again, the fact that the values and the beliefs behind the idea they are based on being inclusive, helpful, and to make the world a better place. So many compliments for that, guys. In terms of question, I have one question because one good aspect of technology is that it makes business scalable. Okay, especially if your product is 100% based on technology. So how do you think to scale this solution in terms of reach? Okay.
So thank you very much for your question and compliment about the project. To scale it, we are looking to also expand in different countries and also maintain it by just getting those donations to support the platform, but also apply for different funds that support disability. We have seen a lot of them for now, but we couldn't apply because we didn't have everything that they are looking for. That's one of the way of sustaining our project, the funds, but also the support that will come from other people and also the expansion in different countries.
Okay, and how do you think to make this technology defensible? Because imagine
donation in percentage you imagine for your startup? Because it's I mean it sounds strange.
Thank you very much for your question. So to answer that, the donation part of it, it's more like me, I'm going to pay for like 10 families that can't afford the service Etop is providing. It means in donation, we are not really relying on it to run the business, but we are relying on it to be able to give our services to people who can't really afford it. Let's say if there is a family where they have a child, they have access to internet, they have a mobile application, they have a phone, they can access it, but they can't really afford that 10 euros per month. So me as a person who saw that, I can say, I'm going to donate to this family, and then I'm going to be paying for them to have access on this service. So it's more like that. It's not a donation to sustain the business. The fund will sustain the business, but the donation is to support other people who can't really afford the services. I don't know if
It's a sort of gift card, something like that. Okay, it's important because it's very different.
Okay, thank you. So time's over. So thank you very much, Manuela and Hubert, for your presentation. We are stepping to the next team. We're having Fabrizio D'Abate on stage. So it will be one on stage and one online. We're stepping on stage again. He will talk about...
Hi, everyone. I'm not talking about humans, I'm talking about dogs. So I hope you all love dogs.
So we will share the screen. In the meantime, I remind the jury to vote. So you have an evaluation tool. So for the jury, it's important that from the online, you use the online tool we provided. So Fabrizio, whenever you want, you will have these 5 minutes.
Cool. Hi, everyone. My name is Fabrizio D'Abate, and welcome to Lampovet. I'm a clinical scientist, and I'm here to talk about dogs' well-being. I hope you all love dogs. The pet industry is booming, and so are related services such as veterinary telemedicine. Moreover, during the pandemic, the number of dogs that have been adopted has boomed as well. Even the Pope recently felt like he had to acknowledge there are so many dogs around, so he did say something about it. But why am I telling you about dogs? I want to tell you my story. This is Oscar. Oscar is my dog. It's like a son to me. And I do apologize if some of the next images may upset you, but they're necessary for you to understand the pain I've been through. Oscar started developing some nasty skin blister on his anterior paw, which required, believe it, 2 years of a diagnostic journey under the guidance of a general doctor. And time passed by, and we experienced stress, anxiety. Oscar was in pain. We spent a lot of money, time, and all of this because we couldn't find a doctor that knew what to do. Where I lived, the land that doesn't exist more, we didn't have a doctor that could help us. So we finally found a doctor online who gave us some advice through virtual consultation. Then Oscar started to get better. We decided to go on site, and then Oscar is followed up at distance now, and Oscar is happy and healthy. But Oscar is not alone. There are about 40% of dogs with skin conditions, 30% are related to nutrition, and in Italy, there are potentially 3.2 million dogs affected by skin disorder. There is a shortage of dermatologists in Italy, and with 3.2 million dogs, with only 15 specialists in dermatology, that means 200,000 dogs will need a doctor. There are some other doctors in Italy with competencies in dermatology, but there is an even distribution in Italy, with majority across the northern region. So inequality to accessing specialist care. People are so desperate, they appeal to Facebook, to Dr. Google, who is my worst enemy in my daily job, and they get misleading advices. The dog's health is a risk. We need to break this circle. Social media are not the solution. Lampovet is the solution. It is a telemedicine portal dedicated to dermatology and nutrition. We do provide specialist vet to pet parents consultation. We do provide second opinion from general doctors, and we want to develop a national affiliated network of clinics that we can refer dogs on site. Everything is done in one app where we can book appointment, we can keep clinical notes of the dog and pets, and also reminders. We did run a validation process because we wanted to see whether it was a good idea or not. And we managed to interview 11 out of the 15 available dermatologists in Italy who confirmed, yes, there is an issue, and the telemedicine could represent a solution for such issue. Another amazing point during our validation is building the team. People believed us, people chose us. We started into me and Marco, and then we got expert in marketing. Then we got 2 of the top notched dermatologists in Italy, 3 consultant nutritionists, and recently we recruited also 2 gastroenterology nutritionists and expert in pet food production. They are worldwide well-known, these people. We also, of course, interviewed and surveyed almost 600 pet owners, and they confirmed a high prevalence of condition among their dogs, and 65% would use telemedicine, 101 left their emails. We then launched our website, and from the 1st of February to date, we managed to get 4 paying customers. We want to help dog shelters, we want to do research, education for vet, and education for pet parents. There is a positive trend in the pet food, the pet care industry, topping 20 billion in 2020, and also telemedicine. With 8.3 million dogs in Italy, we want to generate money by patient's fee and also other opportunities such as sponsor and e-commerce. We get a total addressable market of 600 million almost. If we get 1% of this, we can get 6 million in terms of revenue. There are competitors, of course there are, and most of these are in North America, Northern Europe, some small reality in Italy, but nothing compares to North America. These people managed to get almost 30 million on Series A competition in 2020. We want to be there, we want to be amongst the best. And to do this, we need to get scientific recognition and brand awareness. And to do this, we need to develop an app, distribute it nationally, expand our team, our services. We really believe in this, and we need your help. We need 150,000 euro. I know it sounds a lot, but this will be something that can help us. Together, we can break the boundaries. This will be definitely a small step for men, but it will be a huge leap for dogs. Please help us.
If you have any question.
I generally talk about humans.
Can I?
Yeah, Francesco, go for it. Sure.
Ciao Fabrizio, thank you so much for this presentation.
Thank you.
Very impressive presentation and project. My question, very simple question, is how to discourage direct contact between users and doctors and veterinarians after a relationship with them.
We don't want to discourage that. We want to support general practitioners because they need guidance. There is lack of knowledge in this field. And the problem is that the clinical outcomes get worse for dogs because the general practitioner tries everything without knowing the diagnostic journey they should follow. So we want to be there in between the general practitioner and the pet parents, and our specialists will support them through this process. It is a process of breaking boundaries, developing a new culture, a new way to support. This is done elsewhere in the world. We haven't discovered a new wheel. So it's something that is already working, and we want to support relationship, not destroy relationship, not discourage relationship.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, more questions.
No, that's fine.
We have still time for questions. Do we have from here?
Can I ask very briefly, and then so Fabrizio, congratulations. I like the project and the presentation. I wanted to ask you a confirmation. So you already have the first customers, and
yes.
I also wanted to know at what stage is the development of your website and app?
So we did launch the website on the 1st of February, which was my birthday. Of eventually our own success. But we then got 9 inquiries, people there, the problem, and we managed to do 4 video consultations. The other 5 are still in the process of deciding whether to go ahead. It's a new way to do medicine, but telemedicine is happening. And Lots of clinics don't have a way to remind their customers when to vaccinate their dogs next. So clinics seems to be very interested in our products. And 7 of the top consultant doctors in Italy already chose us. So we take that as a positive sign that we might stand a chance. But we got a long vision and some.
Thank you.
Okay, last 20 seconds for a question. Yeah, sure. Do we have another? Yeah.
The presentation is very good, and also
Thank
the
you.
market analysis is very good, but it seems to be a very specific market.
Yes.
This will necessarily needs a lot of marketing expenditure. How are you going to address this problem that is typical of getting the right customer with the right need that seems to be much more in the south than in the north? And also, where is the distribution of dogs? And if you have any stats about how many dogs has this kind of problem, because that's to address exactly and pinpoint the problem will make the success, or sorry,
Exactly, yes.
that too much costly attitude.
Yes. So luckily, social media has allowed to develop specific groups of people. So there are something like 10 groups on Facebook of people that have developed groups for this kind of issue. And we see on those groups, people posting pictures like my dog, Po, and they say, oh, what do you think it is? And they get advice there. So that would be one of our first way to target people. And we actually did get some of the customers for those groups. And these groups in total are around already something like 900,000 people. The other thing is word of mouth. This is a long process. We need to change the culture in Italy. And yes, I think we can do it, because it would be a word, mouth of words from doctors to doctors. So the people that are already part of our team, they're already well known in Italy. So we will do webinars and we will do video podcasts, which will be free events to try to get people on board. So it won't be a traditional way of doing marketing, because it would be very expensive. So we want to enter the market through education and through research, which is an alternative way to address people, because being a scientist myself, I want to do something that is evidence-based. So it would be a different way to target people.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Thank you, Fabrizio.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question. So we are going back to Africa, actually. We're having Antoinette. She's going to tell us about our project Kuhula, and she's about to tell us about agribusiness finance. Antoinette.
Hi. Yes.
Okay, we can see you. Can you share your screen, please?
Sharing?
Give us, yeah, we can see it. Whenever you want, you can start.
Okay, I can start now. Hi, everybody. My name is Antoinette, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kuhula. Kuhula is a Lower Zambian term which literally means to grow. And we at Kuhula are helping small-scale farmers grow. Worldwide, 70 to 80% of the food that is produced for consumption is produced by small-scale farmers. In my country, in Zambia, we have over 1.5 small-scale farming households, of which 60 to 80% are headed by women. This is Judy. Judy is a small-scale farmer who cultivates cassava and sells at the market. Judy has an ambition to grow this from just being sustainable subsistence farming to a business. But she has a challenge, and that challenge is that she's not able to access credit finance that would enable her to expand. And that is the problem that most small-scale farmers have on this continent, and particularly here in my country. They are excluded from formal credit finance from traditional banks by high interest rates, high collateral requirements, as well as a limited knowledge by the formal banks of the sector, which they perceive to be highly risky. But here at Kuhula, we have a solution to that. That is affordable and easy to access credit finance, business management support services, management information systems, to help these small-scale farmers keep their records and also to help them become ready for impact finance. Our product is a duplex. It has deposits, minimum deposits that a customer has to place in order for them to be able to qualify for loan up to 5 times of the deposits. We also offer insurance, but most importantly that others are not able to offer is the agri-advice that we have in terms of business support and technical service support. All the customer has to do is sign up for this product, log into the account, of which they'll be able to see their transaction details, request for a loan, settle a loan, or even opt to get other services such as the agri-advice that I spoke about. The advantages of this product that we have are massive, but key among them is that we are able to offer attractive interest rates and credit terms, as well as being able to offer that easy access to the credit of this solution wherever the customer is. They don't have to get to their physical offices. They can access it directly on the mobile. And by so doing, we are driving financial inclusion as well as promoting digital adoption. Our business model is really simple. Our income will come from 2 streams, one being the interest income, which will charge at 25% per annum. And may seem like a huge figure, but the average market rate for loans on the market is 26 to 30%. The second income stream is subscription fees, which is going at $3 per month against the average market of $5. Having done the validation, we were able to determine that 80% of the respondents that we had responded to the survey as well as the interviews confirmed that they were unable to access finance due to limitations placed by traditional banks. And 70% of those respondents are actually interested in taking this facility. When we talk about the market, in Zambia alone, we have about 600,000 small scale that are active on the market. 225 of those 1,000 are not serviced by the competition. But our vision is bigger than Zambia. It goes beyond these borders to the entire Africa, where we have 33 million small scale farmers who contribute 80% of food production. In terms of competitor analysis, we are competing against traditional banks and the fintechs that have come up on the market, as well as lenders that lend in the agri space. But our competitive advantage is that we have an affordable price and a highly digitized solution that can be accessed anywhere at any time. Our financials indicate that we'll be able to attend 7,000 customers, active users over a 3-year period, and also a revenue of 1.5 million annually will be generated at giving us a CAGR of 45%, a 3-year CAGR. We have a wonderful team that is full of experience. Financial services, we have financial services experience within us. We also have tech and app development, as well as digital financial solutions. So this makes us a winning team. Our roadmap, we're currently engaging with regulatory and compliance registration, as well as capital raising, after which we'll proceed to partnership engagements, launch of the proof of concept, measuring the results of the proof of concept, and eventual launch of the product on the market sometime in October 2022. Our ask is a request for 100,000 euros that will enable us to attain the regulatory capital that is required, tech and app development, as well as invest in marketing this great solution that will solve so many challenges in this country and on the continent of Africa. Thank you. This is a picture of the Zambezi Falls here in Zambia. If you want to visit Zambia, this is one of the best places you can be. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonietta. We will travel there. Okay, do we have questions from the jury? Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go.
Compliments, Antoinette. I remember your project since you presented for the first time, and as I deal with finance, I'm really interested in your model. First of all, where do you take the money to lend to the people? I mean, do you borrow from bank or you make a sort of fund? And the second, how do you do credit check for understanding the credit merit of the people you gave money?
Okay, thank you for that question. Firstly, in terms of the money itself,
Antoniette, we are not listening to you.
I think she's dropped off. Let's hold on.
Yeah. Can you turn on your camera, please, Antoniette? We cannot see you anymore on stage.
Ah, sì, ho sentito. Non era carico.
Non c'è tra i partecipanti? Yeah, she was kind of. Okay.
She decided to disconnect at the right time for questions.
She didn't want to answer your question. Okay, so let's see if we can have her maybe later on. We can move on to the next team then. Thank you for your question anyway. Okay, we're coming back on stage. We're having Sara Renzo. She's presenting us for a social impact project.
Activate the microphone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
So
yes,
for
I'll wait.
you as well, there will be
Let me
5
see.
minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sara Renzo, and I stand for victims. Oh, but I don't have. Sorry.
I think
Can you
Antoniette
start
is
again?
back.
Sorry.
Oh, she is.
Okay, we can go on with Sara.
Yeah.
And start the pitch, and then we will.
Sorry,
go back.
sorry, Susanna. 1 second. Meglio. Okay. I'm doing a mess with this microphone.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
So again, good evening, everyone. My name is Sara Renzo, and I stand for victims. Victims like Giulia, abused by the same person who claimed to love her. But Giulia was never able to ask for help because after the abuse is already too late. This is a true story, like many others that I could tell, like the story of those 30% of women worldwide that have been victims of violence. But it's not only a matter of women. Impressive are even the numbers in the male population that are fastly growing. And less than 40% of the victims denounced their aggression. From our survey, came out that on 188 respondents, 31 of them have been victims of violence. And even if they knew their aggressor, they didn't ask for help due to fear, but not only. But they would use an application if it was reliable, imperceptible, effective, and fast. So it's time to stop. It's time to find a solution. And we have one. The solution is break the silence. Thanks to our application, Giulia will be able to ask for help without handling her phone. She only needs to pronounce her safe word, and the smartphone will do the rest. The application will connect Giulia to the authorities, that through the geolocalization and the microphone will perfectly know what is going on and where Giulia is. To use our service, Giulia had to download the application available for all OS, insert all her personal data in order to be able to navigate and understand the functions through a demo. Thanks to that, Giulia could experience the user-friendliness of our application and decided to subscribe, knowing that she can unsubscribe whenever she wants. After subscribing, of course, Giulia needs to adjust all the settings needed for privacy, activate the microphone and the geolocalization, and choose her keyword. However, Giulia has a really big problem. She must be able to hide the application because her life is under control. This is why she chooses to use the service offered by Break the Silence of Hidden Up. Clicking on the start button, Giulia will access on a screen that will ask for a premium version subscription. But in reality, is a panel that hides the PIN code access. So that if anyone tries to pay or inserts the wrong PIN code, it will lead on an error page. So that only Giulia, that has the correct PIN code, will be able to access. Giulia, on her personal area, will even have the possibility to insert her emergency numbers to contact before forwarding the call to the authorities. Our application presents all the features required by the user. Is user-friendly, is hands-free, has background phone calls, is an hidden app, has a direct connection with authorities, and is timeless. 35,000 is the number of victims that in Italy in 2021 asked for help in anti-violence centers. And to reach these people, we contacted different associations. And one of them is Soleil, who believed in our project from the really beginning.
We're offering a service at 1.99 euros per month for all those that want to feel more safer. But our future goal is even to implement a social inclusion project for the most needy. Of course, there are existing services on the market, but most of them give only traditional services, like phone calls and instant messages. Only one, that is Protezione 24, a service launched, an application launched in 2018 by Securitalia, offers a service similar to ours, but with a different technology, because it's based on the movement of the smartphone. And by the feedback of the users, we saw that the technology doesn't work very well, and the cost is very high, 9.99 euros per month. This is where we are going, but now we're actually in between the analysis phase and the MVP implementation, and we hope to go to the market by the end of the year. To reach this goal, we estimated an initial investment of 70,000 euros that we want to invest in 40% in the development, 35% in the cost of technology, and 25% in marketing. But not only, we're also looking for possible collaboration and networks that can connect us with the authorities. This is our team. It's a young team with different backgrounds because we have 3 managerial engineers, 1 computer science engineer, 1 economist, and 1 psychologist. We're all committed in the problem, and we're not only giving our time, but we're even giving a solution. So we hope that with your help, we can help other people because we want to make the difference in the world, saving as most people as possible. So help us to break the silence. Thanks for the attention.
Thank you, Sara, for bringing such an impactful project. So I'm asking the jury again if we have some questions.
Sorry for the microphone. I would like to call on stage part of my team that is here, so you can be able even to see the rest of the team, because of course this is not a project made only by me. And as Susanna said at the beginning, the people are important. And this is the team that I contacted at the beginning because she's doing a master here with me, but these 2 girls are 2 engineers from outside. They believed with me in the project. And now we're ready for the questions.
Okay, great.
But
okay, we have a question from here. Just a second. Yeah.
Wow, what an amazing work. It's very tough to compete within this competition with the social impact project. So very well done. Also because you are trying to solve a problem related to stigma. So knowing how important is to beat the stigma, how tough is to do that, very well done, because I found a very relevant proposition. So mine is just a consideration. I would recommend you to evaluate partnership at this stage, because it will allow you to have an ask in terms of money much lower, and to escalate what has been already done. You were mapping all the kind of the existing solutions, because when we talk about the social impact, we talk about existing solution, not competition. So, and I think this is something really relevant and unique. So if I would suggest you invest more on looking for partners that will help you escalate and grow more quicker the idea.
Thank you. We are already starting to
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. We have already contacted some association, and we want to create a network with them in order to increase the idea and obtain more people inside the project. And also we want to contact some influencer in order to spread the information among the right people, because this is also a delicate argument, because like we said, we want to keep the app hidden. So we want to contact the people that need help, but at the same time we do not to divulgate the information among the aggressors.
Yes, and this is one thing that is extremely relevant. But I was referring to getting in touch with the Telecom and Vodafone. Vodafone has an app similar to yours. but I found some relevance in the solution you are offering. So I'm rather referring not to only organizations, but brands and companies.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
that can be helpful to us, to you, to escalate your solution.
Regarding the companies, we were thinking to contact them, but more or less to let them invest in the corporate social responsibility. Because of course, most of them, I talked to some companies already, we talked already with some companies, but we don't have the product developed yet. So if we don't have a prototype to show and we cannot show what we want to do, of course, it will be more difficult for the companies to have a collaboration with us. This is one of the reasons why we couldn't give you more collaborations, but we talked with many anti-violence centers, but there is a Soleil, as I already said on the pitch, that from the really beginning, really beginning, from the first phone call, she told me, Sarah, thanks for the phone call. I'm really happy. I know that this one is an app that will support us to help us more people as possible. That I want to repeat is not only for women, because it's for everyone. It's not only for women, it's for women, men, for all the people that feels less secure. We want to help everyone. So thank you for your feedback.
Can I ask a question? It's not from me, it's from Eleni Petridi. She's connected online. So I found the question very good question.
Yeah.
So she asks, if through marketing people are aware of the application and its features, how can you prevent a violent member of the family to research other member for ownership of the app? We're not talking about entry into the app. We're talking about just checking whether the app is even downloaded or not. Okay. Also, an amount of people that are being abused have no access to their financials, which is true. So how will they be able to pay for the subscription? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I'm starting from the second one about the people not able to pay for the app. We need to start with a payment per month in order to reach the break-even from the investment. But then we want to help people that cannot pay for the app. Maybe we are considering to put this free. So in the long period, we want to offer this service without payment in order to let all the people in need to use the application. So the first question was about, sorry.
Okay, we are like the time is actually
okay.
finished, so I have to interrupt you. If you want to add some very short answer.
Very briefly this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. We are not going to advertise the application. That's why we are saying that it's going to be hidden. The question was about how can we put it into marketing, but we are going to invest in marketing by divulging between the various organizations, not within advertisement and placement like that.
By the word of mouth.
By the word of mouth.
Okay.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Thank you very
for
much.
Your insights. Thank you.
Great. So we are actually going to try to have Antoniette back with us on stage just to finish the Q&A. So I'm coming back to you, Andrea, to give you the microphone. Let's see if Antoniette can join us on stage.
Hi, can you hear me?
Antoniette.
Hello. Sorry about that. We have so many challenges on the continent, but with the challenges come the opportunities, and hence we do hard things.
Sure. So do you want to recap
Yes,
briefly your
just a few questions. The first, where do you take the funds to give to people who subscribe your service, of course, if from banks or from some private funds? And the second, how do you do the credit check of people that receive the money?
Okay, Thank you for that question. I will take the first part, and the second part will be taken by our CFO, Bhupesh is here. So first of all, the business concept is based on a concept of community funding. So in the products, I did mention that we have a duplex product that has deposits, customer deposits, and so the customers has to bring the deposit before they can actually get a loan against that deposit. So it's kind of self-funding. You have to mobilize the deposits from within the customers themselves and then lend to those that want to borrow. It's a concept that already works on the market. It's a widely known concept even in other African countries, and it's really based on an informal social level where people within the social sects trust each other. But then we are saying, can we use this model that is already known by almost everyone that has participated as a business to commercialize it and be able to scale it to an extent that it's able to benefit a larger group, so to say. And secondly, in terms of, did I answer that question properly before I move on?
Of course, sure. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Then secondly, in terms of credit checks, number one, as I have explained, this concept is kind of based on trust and relationships. So our first go-to-market strategy is to go through the cooperatives that already have small-scale farmers that subscribe to them, but they're not able to really borrow the amount of money that they need from the cooperative. So the cooperative has already vetted. And secondly, we start with small amounts to build that relationship and trust, and also keeping a close eye on the loan performance, monitoring the loss rate ratios, as well as checking on the credit reports from the credit bureau itself, because mostly small-scale farmers would have borrowed maybe on the mobile phone and have that credit reference. But for those that do not have, that's where we are saying that we go through the cooperatives and closely monitor the book performance. Starts with small loan ticket sizes and eventually grow as they pay back. So that is the answer to the questions.
Okay, thank you.
Great. We have space for another question, if any. Do we have some question from Antoniette? From here, from the line?
I have a question, Susanna.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, the question was about the interest rates that Antoniette was showing. So you mentioned something between 25-30%. I was wondering if it's related to Zambia or it's something more, broader or wider that you have identified.
So, thanks, Antonio, for that question. Generally, the cost of funds on the continent of Africa is quite high because even the banks themselves, they have to borrow funds from, let's say, international banks, and they come at a huge cost. So that cost is eventually transferred to the customer, and hence they're creating that barrier. So it is something that is common across African countries. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. And the average in Zambia is between 26 to 30% annual rate.
Thank you, Antoniette.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Antoniette. Thanks for joining us back. We actually have finished the time for Q&A, and we are stepping to the last team. So we have arrived to our last team, going to Philippines with Natasha. She's going to present a sustainable fashion brand that she has built. So Natasha, if you want to join us on stage.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hi.
Sure.
Okay.
We can see you properly.
Great, that's good to hear.
All right. Okay. Let's start sharing your screen. We can see. Sorry. We can see your dresses behind.
Yes. And we're wearing it actually.
Great.
Let me just share the screen right now.
Sure. So this will be the last team, and then we're going to have a very short coffee break, and then we're going to have our special guest.
Is my screen visible already?
Let's double check. Yes, you can go in presentation
Okay.
mode.
All right, great. Okay, so we can start now.
Okay, whenever you want.
Okay, mabuhay. I am Natasha. I am a fashion designer, teacher, and founder of Tasha Pilipinas, where innovation is woven with tradition. So let me begin with this question. Do you know the impact of synthetic textiles to the environment? Well, obviously, these create long-term and harmful effects. So let me put your eyes on these images on the screen. So of course, it pollutes the water, land, air, and sometimes unfair to people. So with that, it's sad to see that people are not fully aware of these negative impacts, and they would result in supporting fast fashion brands since these are easily accessible. And not only that, fast fashion also kills the hand weaving textile industry. So, in fact, 52% of our interview respondents said that they haven't bought sustainable clothing because they say it's hard to find and they are overpriced. We founded Tasha to solve this problem. We are sustainable, innovative, and we create impact. And at the same time, we are very much accessible for all. We make clothes from hand woven and organic textiles from our local communities. And these fabrics are not just organic, these are also made from our culture and tradition. And this is how we make our clothes. So our brand is in charge of developing and innovating the products while our local communities, local partner communities are the ones providing the raw materials. And also we are the ones bringing these products to the customers through our social media. And with that, we do not just offer sustainable clothing, but we also create job opportunities, especially to our partners. And here are some of a few works in progress that we have right now. And we are trying to figure out and improve these designs even more. And based on our survey, we found out that 9 out of 10 people are willing to buy sustainable clothing. And it's also a global trend nowadays. And these are mostly sustainable seekers from the Gen Z and millennial generations. So glad to say that we have a market waiting for us. And we were able to estimate 3.5 million euros as projected sales from economically active persons or people in Quezon City from ages 20 to 44. And if ever they would buy 25 euros from us, that would be our total sales. Our current business model is an ecosystem that we created that will work within three key players. So we have the customer, we have the local communities, and of course, our brand. The first step of the chain comes from the local communities in charge of manufacturing. And then next, we bring our products to our customers that are usually made to order or ready to wear. And at the same time, our dream for the future is to have our very own microfactory, brick and mortar store, and a better e-commerce website. And of course, we would like to share our proceeds to our partner communities. And we are not the only brand who is in the market, but we are better. Why? Because we are sustainable, and at the same time, we are accessible to a bigger market. We innovate our raw materials, and these raw materials and fabrics are also exclusive for us. Lastly, we already have documented agreements with partner local communities that may assure good sources or stable sources income for them. And in 2022, we were able to proceed with 123 products already from our social media. And here are some of our customers. We also gained loyal customers since we started last year. And we were also able to get positive feedback from our former customers that resulted for repeat orders. And at the same time, we have potential customers who believed in our advocacy and they want to buy our products soon. For 2022, we were able to secure partnerships already with our communities. And then at the same time, we would like to improve more on our selling operations and marketing. And we would like to develop more products. And by 2023, we are eyeing to have our brick and mortar store. And at the same time, on 2025, we want to be known globally. And this is our team. So we are passionate educators and artists and also entrepreneurs. So we approximately need 150 euros to support our future plans and our dreams. And the majority of this fund will be for product development, improvement of our e-commerce, and of course, building our brick and mortar store. And if you join us, well, of course, it will be a big thing for us. You will make sustainable even more accessible for people. You may be able to help us open more job opportunities and, of course, help reach the weaving communities and keep this industry alive for the future generation. Maraming salamat po. And it's thank you in
Thank you,
Italian.
Natasha. Yeah. Thank you. So last round of questions.
For me?
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
go on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations, Natasha and team, for the project, for the presentation of the defense. Very
Thank you.
clear, and I like so good the team and all the information that you asked for us. But I don't have. Sorry. You explained about the price of your product, about 20 or 19 euros, but I'm not clear what is your scalability of the project.
Can we ask our other team members to come up on stage as well so that they can also give their insights? David?
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Would you like to say? I didn't hear. The scalability. He will explain.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Can you ask again for the question?
Let's do like this. It is. Yeah, so she's asking about your
The
scalability.
For
How do you
the
intend to
sales?
scale your business?
Sorry.
Yes, for your
how-
business. What is your scalability for your business? Because we show about your price for the clothes, but I don't know why you grow.
Because for now, based on our what do you call this surveys, and also we're asking people around. There's a demand right now, especially the Gen Z and those generation, and they're looking for clothes. And another thing would be the price, because if there would be, for example, there are other competitors, they're really higher in price, and what we do is we make the right price, actually, so not only for us but also for the local communities. So it's really an ecosystem. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, and to add on to that, since the use of these fabrics and the availability of sustainable clothing is not very common here in the Philippines, a lot of brands are really monopolizing the market. So they actually show up their prices 5 or 4 times from the total cost. And I think the scalability we can have is that we will be open for all, and people like us, middle class people, will be able to access the clothing.
Okay, great.
Okay,
More
thank
questions?
you. No, it's about your sales for the next year.
Oh, for the next year. Well, if given the chance, for example, that we would be able to set up a brick and mortar store, that would be a great opportunity for us, because not only will the people know where to go, because here in the Philippines we have a culture of buying clothes, really seeing them and touching them, because to know the fabric and to wear them, that it really fits them. And that's very important if we have a brick and mortar store. And aside from that, since we're using fabric that is really Filipino, I believe not only will Filipinos have an access to that, but also outside, for example, Italians, no, or
People
or
like you.
people like you may visit the store and you know that we're there, aside from online. And I think it would be a different experience. That's for me, not replaceable. No, really experience.
Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, David.
I would
Do you
like to
want
add on the scalability on the part, because they have discussed about the external part. I would like to include the internal scalability, that the scalability in terms of production, we have a exclusive right with the community. So we can have an assurance that we are the only sellers in the market, that no competitors can easily enter the market and steal the market shares from us.
Thank you.
Okay, Andy. Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
for our last
on the scalability front, there are two questions. No, when you say that you have worked with communities, and but didn't you say that there are other competitors who are offering the same similar product? So I didn't get the community angle for that matter. And second thing is, I still remember the project, Tasha, from when you entered, and one of the goals we discussed that possible scalability is trying to test international markets sooner, because I remember you were saying that the Philippines market is getting very competitive in terms of other players coming in. But then I see in the presentation that you have delayed it to 2025. It's a bit counterproductive that in 6 months you delayed the project. One of the things you said that probably you will try another 3 years. So why is it so? Why is the international, and anyway, you're not setting up a brick and mortar store internationally, but why did you delay the international expansion? So communities, question, communities, does it really bring scalability because your competitors are doing the same? And the second thing is, why did you delay the internationalization part?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Saha, for your question as well. For the communities, I think we can be, in a sense, unique because of the agreement between us that they will make certain designs only for us. That's one. And another thing is, again, how we use them. Like, for example, the ones that we're wearing right now, because for the other competitors, they're not designing it like this. That's one. And also the price is really, that's one of the key factors that we're aiming, is to make many people wear them, very accessible to the others. Meanwhile, for the international aspect,
Yeah. For the international aspect, we delayed it in years. It's because as of this time, I think the COVID-19 aspect has affected our decision. Since right now, this is the part wherein the Philippines is still beginning to go out. No, we don't. We don't want to scale it up, and we want to take little and baby steps first. As of
Okay,
this
great.
time. So
I have to interrupt because time is running out. So thank you very much, Tasha, as well, for your pitch, and the jury for your question. So we are actually at the end of the pitch session. So I invite you, at least for the on-campus one, to have a 5 minutes break. If you want, you can grab something from the tables at the back. And then we are going back in 10 minutes. We are staying back here, and we're going to listen to Paolo Cellini, that is our guest speaker today. So thanks a lot. stage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all welcome. I received a call from Susanna last week, and she said to me, "Are you ready to come?" And I said, "Of course, I'm pleased to come here." So just few words about myself, because I'm sure nobody knows me. I've been working for a long period abroad. I've been in Microsoft, I've been USA, and I've been in Disney for a long period in Burbank. And then I've been managing the European operation in Paris, where they were the headquarters, and then in London. Above all, following thank you, the internet and video games division. After that, probably because all the employees were a little bit tired about me, I've been obliged to change my job, and I've been in Israel for venture capital in Pitango. That is one of the largest venture capital in that country, with more than 2 billion. I've been managing different company here in Rome, Buffetti, when it was Telecom Italia, and unfortunately also Set Pagine Gialle, that was one of the largest yellow pages in the world. And unfortunately it was a difficult, let's say, transition from paper to digital. Nowadays, I'm working with Octo Telematics. Octo Telematics is the largest, and is based in Rome, is the largest insurance telematics company in the world. It's the only one capable to build remotely a crash that happens in the car. We have more than 4 million cars around the world, and we receive data from the cars all around the world. We are opening in China, and we are now in Japan, USA, UK, etc. So also Rome has very high-tech companies. On top of this, and this is the most important for you because you are working in the in the startup area, and I really congratulate the university and yourself for the presentation. I'm helping 2 Italian institutions that helps startups. So that's something I can, maybe I can help you. One is Invitalia. Invitalia is the Italian development agency under the Italian Ministry for Economic Development. And there is a specific program for startups that is named Smart and Start. So please write it. Invitalia Smart and Start. I'm a member of the investment committee, and we have been giving more than 500 millions to 500,000 startups. And we receive 1,000 presentations per year, and I review them. Normally on Thursday afternoon, we have the meeting, more or less in the region of 100. And we give loans guaranteed by the Italian state without any commission up to 1.5 million per startup. So, and normally in 60 days, you can get the reply from the committee. So it's very quick and efficient way. It's the largest venture debt program that exists, not only in Italy, but I would say in Europe. So please, if some of the startups want to open, of course, it has to be in Italy. Let's say so from many countries, unfortunately, they have to be based in Italy because our Italian state money. You could do it, and I would strongly invite you to do so. Okay, if you need any help, of course, not only me, but there is Invitalia still that is obliged to help you to submit the proposal. Okay, so this is something concrete, because every time that somebody scams, it's not just to give lessons, but also the other things I do. I help Cassa Depositi e Prestiti Venture Capital, that by far is the largest venture capital organization in this country. That is, by many teams, very small on venture capital, and we'll have by June, after the new intake of investment by the Italian state, in the region of 3.5 billion available money. And this is all across and I'm a member of one of the investment committee. On top of this, I teach normally from many years to Louis University digital economics, and I wrote a couple of books. Coming to the specific situation that I would like you all to be a little bit think about today, I'll try to discuss with you, and maybe we're not going to take all the 20 minutes by myself, about two of very important things that everybody's in the startup world, but also in the university world should think about. That is essentially how to think and how to think different and how to think in a structured and clear way. That's why I put this kind of slide. The most important thing I would like, so also not to bother you, is let you see a little bit one of the best movies I ever shown. And I will ask you, what do you think about this? What do you think, why this is different? What is there? Well, you don't know, but inside that character, there is me. Yes, think how the largest media company in the world hiring Paolo Cellini after I don't know how many interviews, I think were 8 or 10, something like this. I don't know in how many countries, and they were hiring me for a very high level position. And the first things they said to me after this long number of interviews, they told me, you have to go in the park and you have to play a character of Disney. Why do you think they did this? This is a really different thinking. It's not normal. And they do, and they do. They call it character experience. And I've been selected to make this character because it's tall. Okay, I cannot do Mickey Mouse because obviously. So no, you have to adapt to the character, and then they train you. They train you for 3 days. This is Disney, so you understand how the magic works. You stay 3 days in the backstage, and they teach you how to move. You know, these guys, to see this character, I mean, my eyes were in the mouth, not in the, because it's giant. 50 is the number, 10 in the American is the number, so no, well, 13 is the number of shoes. So it's like this, okay? And it's heavy. And you can wear just 30 minutes. After 30 minutes is too much. You cannot stay. And they teach you how to move. You cannot speak because under the Disney religion, the character voice by country has to be an actor in that country. With that specific voice, I cannot talk, so I just can write. But also when I write an autograph, they have to do the right way. You're not just slashing something there. So, and they teach you about what this character was about. This was the pilot of one Donald Duck planes in a famous cartoon series. So this is the story, and then you enter there. At the beginning, you are a little bit embarrassed. You say, now I've been going through the Disney parks for years, and nobody's never even noticed that I was there. You know, I couldn't even, sleep with them. And at the moment, you understand Disney in 1 second. People has an incredible joy to see you with this mask. They literally jump on you. So this is the way I learned everything about Disney in half an hour. Much more than hours of slides that I did, and unfortunately I received from many executives, and tons of books about Disney culture, etc. And I have to say, for me, was an incredible enrichment, personal one. I never been so glad to give such a huge happiness to tons of kids, families, and in Disney parks, there are also kids with some, how to say, pretty serious health problem. And so the capability for one, and there has been the only time in my life I was able to do so, is to give a little bit of joy around yourself. So, as has been one of the most important lessons ever in my life. And this is coming from Think Different. Normally, corporations don't do that. Normally, executives do not accept to do this. This is offensive. Huh? And this is simply and totally wrong. I ask you to do another time. Okay? I would like to show you, I don't know how to do launch, you can do it. This is the famous advertisement of Apple. Apple was in crisis, had an incredible bad time. At that time, I think I want to show this advertisement, one of the most famous, important, and really inspirational advertising ever. In these 3 minutes, you will learn much more from this advertisement than what I can say in 3 hours. Please.
Here's to the crazy ones. The misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs, and square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fun, and they have no respect for status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change, they push, race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Well, I think that really is without any comments. Huh? It's about rebellion, about being contrarian, about thinking different, about not accepting the rules, and really thinking about a different way about the world, huh? And also accepting the consequences. I would like to show you another little movie from Steve Jobs. And this time he made, of course, this is a piece of theater. He made something that make an entire human life different and make our life different with a very simple thing that he was calling, this is of course a marketing joke, just one little thing, please. He was showing at the Moscone centers all the new product of Apple, and then he came out with something revolutionary that each of us has got in our pocket. Please.
I really want to thank you for coming here and seeing it with us today. We're really, really proud of it. Everybody's worked really hard on it. So thank you.
Now is a piece of theater that was organized.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. I forgot. There is one more thing. I forgot to tell you about. This is really important. So thank you very much for coming today. We've had a lot to show you. Thanks for sitting through a long presentation. Oh, but wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
I do have one last thing I forgot to tell you about. So thank you for coming
well, I
today.
continue like this. And the end of the stuff I have with me
Introduce this to you.
he showed
And oh, wait a minute now.
the first version 2000
But there is one more thing. There is one more thing.
this iPhone I
that
got
wanna
with
show
me.
you.
Huh?
So thank you.
And you can see, if you look alike, you can have a look how different is nowadays since it was.
But there was, wait a minute, there is.
But one thing I want to say, before this, Apple make an incredible number of unsuccess. There was a number of total major disaster. It didn't work at all. It was really tough. And when they tried to sell this, the market say, no way, no way. So this is the way the world changes.
And I'm
sometimes.
really glad you like
And
everything.
now, maybe you know, maybe you don't. We can go next, okay? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Thinking different. Apple has been going from, almost bankrupt to one of the major successful company in the world. Almost bankrupt, almost. And this is the new version, of course, not this one, is the most sold consumer electronics item ever, 1.5 billion each year, with an installed base nearby 5 billion. Never ever in the history of humanity such a thing has been happened. And you know, because each of us has got one of this. And what is most incredible is not just that each of us has got this, but also that all the countries, also the poor countries, has got this. That means the most advanced technology are available for everybody. This is thinking different. Okay? We can, and the PC that was, the competitor of the stuff has got around 300 million. Huh? So nothing in comparison. Okay, we can move ahead. Thank you. Here, after this inspirational piece, because we are in academic world, unfortunately, I will finish the speech with something more boring, thinking clear. The other thing that is important, not just to get great inspiration, but being extremely disciplined in thinking and getting a huge capability of modeling. And one of the things that is important is to understand, for example, you like a lot the startups. I will not go through it, but what's the model in the development of a startup? And when you launch a startup, you have to think exactly in which stage the startup is, what is doing, what is coming next. This is about planning, thinking, be analytic, and more of this, modeling. This is the most important things in your life. It's not just purely doing what you like, but thinking what is coming next. And whatever is the enterprise you think, you are always being thinking about next thing to happen. And this is complex. The only way to do this is having some model. Model are simplified world, but help us to understand and to manage complexity. So this is the model that normally I use to teach to students how to face. Please. In this other piece, I will not going through it, but I will say something that is a little bit contrarian. You have been now facing living in a typical situation where all the startups are digital. Now making, for example, an app is simple. 5 years ago or 10 years ago was impossible or was too costly. So I tell you that you should think also what's coming next. Next will be the startup based much more not on purely digital, and now it's becoming available to everybody at low cost, as you demonstrated also with your request, but a startup that will use more and more research and development based in university, and like was for the COVID virus, saving the humanity. Without a long research and development, never ever has been a startup based in Germany, as you know, never ever the humanity will come out safe. It costed to them 9 years of development, but never ever before in the humanity we had a vaccine ready in 1 year and so capable to change the world. So thank you very much.
We can have a Q&A session with Paolo. No, I'm sorry. So do you have any question? We can go on with the announcement. No. So thank you, Paolo, for for sharing your knowledge with us once again. So what's going to happen now is that we're going to announce the winner. There is Antonio with us.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So we are leaving the stage to you and Florinda to mention the teams.
Okay, so I will start with announcing the winner of this pitch day, of this final stage of the incubation stage of Rome Business School for Entrepreneurship. So obviously we have discussed with the selection members, the selection board committee, but we were all agreeing about the fact that the best team has proven to be Lampovet. Applause. So Lampovet is the winner because they have proven to be basically the best in all the areas. In all the areas that we have considered. Yes, we have the trophy. And so just to confirm what we have evaluated are some of the factors that we introduced initially. The team itself, the characteristic of the business, so it's innovation characteristics, the business sustainability, the impact, and the pitch itself. So what will happen to the winner? The winner will have the opportunity of an additional support by the Rome Business School, represented by additional 5 weeks of acceleration. So a sprint of 5 weeks with additional 3 mentorships and 2 final workshops, finally dedicated to them, customized on their needs, so to ensure that their startup can go to market in the best possible way and be fully successful. We have all the conditions to do so, but we want to give the final help. So congratulations once again to Lampovet. Well done.
Congratulations, guys. Do you want to share some thoughts with us?
I'm speechless, and it doesn't happen very often for me to be speechless. I want to thank Susanna on behalf of me and Marco, sorry. You've been absolutely amazing. Florinda and Professor Ragusa, without you, it would have been impossible. I just want to say that I loved to work with all these guys, amazing projects. We're not going to stop here, all of us. We're going to take this further. We really believe in our project. So thank you once again for what you've done for us.
I just wanted to add very quickly, I well remember your first email, Fabrizio, back in June last year, okay? Fabrizio approached me and said, you know, I live in London, I am employed under the NHS, and I need to find a mean to return back to Italy. I need to find a push. I would like to become an entrepreneur, but I don't know if this is the right time for me to do so. So, you know, we're witnessing here a very important reverse trend of geniuses coming back. So another round of applause. Thank you.
Yes, and now I would like to leave the floor to Florinda, because the story is not over. We have other things to announce that will involve also the other teams. Florinda, thank you.
So as you might imagine, it was tremendously hard for us to choose only one winner among the overall quality of your pitches. And I would like to congratulate you all, because even since the last time I saw you pitching during rehearsals, the quality has boosted so much and in such a quick way. So thank you again for all the effort and commitment you have given and proven on this project. Now, because of this, we have decided that each and every single project would receive a marketing package from Rome Business School. in which you will be able to promote the development of your startups using our communication channels, so to have further visibility towards possible investors, venture capitalists, and business angels. This is a value that we'd like to give to each and every single one of you. For those presentially who joined us on campus, we'd also like to keep our doors open at the Creative Arena for the next 6 months for you to use the space and have a professional space also where to meet possible investors with the support of the Career Services team. But we have further news, as we decided to have 2 special mentions to 2 teams who actually proven to have a very high degree of evolution curve during the 6 months. So the first team I would like to award with a special mention, which also consists in a corporate education training course to further support the development of their startup, to be enjoyed during 2022. This year is Kuhula. Antoniette, let's give a round of applause. Antoniette, I don't know if you can hear us, but the jury has decided to award the Kuhula project based on the economical support towards African economy and sustainability as well. So Antoniette, I don't know if you want to have a word or we'll pass on to the... Hubert, can you hear us? Do you want to join us? Okay, so please do turn on the camera and join us on stage.
Hello?
Hello, hello. So I don't know if you got the chance to hear us, but we have just decided to award the Kuhula project with a further package of corporate education to be enjoyed during 2022, so to support the launch of your startup project.
I would like to say on behalf of Antoinette, I think she's driving home from work, so she's not able to speak on her phone. So I'd just like to say thank you very much, and we'll do our best to make the best of what you have gifted us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And remember the reasons why we have chosen your project.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And now on to the second special mention. So based on the motivation and humility, the determination of the attitude, and also on the quality of progression and adaptability, we'd like to award Show Up. Please come on stage. Valeria, we think that ever since we saw you coming in, you were disoriented, you didn't know what was ahead of you, but you managed to surf through the waves of uncertainty with a lot of expertise in what you're doing, a lot of commitment, and overall the evolution curve of what you did is amazing. So you are very inspirational to us. Thank you.
I have to say that fortunately, we have got a face mask so they can cover our emotions. So I won't take it off. No, thank you very much. I'm speechless. I didn't expect it. So thanks a lot. He doesn't speak.
Okay, so again, I thank all participants for having enjoyed this pitch session. Now we are about to wrap up. I don't know, Susanna. Susanna got a little emotional.
Yeah, this is a very emotional session for everybody. Me first. Just wanted to say thank you for all the ones that have been with us, for the jury, for Paolo, for the teams that have been supporting us, and for all the projects. So just keep rocking. We said this at the beginning. So I hope all of you will follow up with your project. From our side, you will be supported, as you know, who have been with us from day one, and we want to support you in your growth. So just good luck to everybody and thanks for being with us. So there is something at the back. We can just have a brief networking moment just to interact a little bit and
With
get
each
to
other,
know each
absolutely,
other.
yes.
Also from the online, I hope to have everybody on site, but it is not possible, but this is the new normal. So even we are having our virtual space so that you can freely move in tables also for the online participants and get to know each other. So let's do this for this last hour and thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah.